Hello, welcome to Alyssa Jean's Reviews, and this is my calendar video for February 2023. But before I get into the calendar, a little bit of bonus material. I want to do a very quick review of a show I tried to watch because I don't want to do a separate video just for this show. It's not worth it, and I don't want to wait until my next live stream to talk about it. So it's something that I talked about in my last live stream. We were talking about Scooby-Doo, we were talking about the new show Velma, and I said, well, I'm going to check it out. I want to check it out. I'm curious because Scooby-Doo was such a big part of my childhood. I have a lot of nostalgia, so I want to see what they're doing with Velma. And so I watched it and I lasted 10 minutes and then I couldn't take it anymore and I stopped and I'm never going back. I don't know how many episodes they made, but I only made it through 10 minutes of the first episode and I am done. It is so bad. It has nothing to do with the wokeness or the, I'd like to call it the progressive way of thinking with the how they wrote the characters, and some of them are people of color. Velma is now a person of color. Apparently Shaggy is black. I didn't make it far enough into the show to see Shaggy, but apparently he's black. Daphne has lesbian parents. That stuff doesn't affect how good or bad it is. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it is good just because it is progressive and does those things. Nor am I going to say, well, it's too woke or whatever and that it's bad. That has nothing to do with anything. It is bad because it is actively unfunny. And if you've seen my channel before, I've talked about actively unfunny. I've used that phrase before. It's different from just regular unfunny, because if it's just unfunny and I'm just like, oh, it's not that funny, I don't laugh, but it doesn't actively annoy me. Whereas when I say something is actively unfunny, the humor or the attempt at humor really grates on my nerves and irritates me. And that's what happened here. And I got the sense that the writers think they're so clever, but they're really not clever. And I feel like a lot of people are saying things like this. Usually when people hate on a show, I'll go, it's not as bad as everyone says it is. But in this case, it very much is. It is terrible. And for those of you who came to my live stream and were in the chat saying that you had no plans to watch Velma, you made the right call. You were on the right track. You were very much better off never watching. I wish I could have that 10 minutes of my life back, and I could not make it any further. It's just so bad. So anyways, I had to throw that into some video, and I didn't want to do a whole separate video just about it. So I tacked it on here to the beginning of my calendar video. Now let's actually get into the calendar for February 2023. There will not be any Velma reviews coming up. So February is going to be another light month for me, much like January was. This might become more of the new norm for my channel. There will only be 2 pre-recorded, pre-edited, thought ahead of time type videos, just as there were last month. There will be a live stream again, but also I will start reviewing Picard. The last 2 weeks of February we'll have Picard reviews coming out on Thursdays, and those, what I mean by I'm not counting those as like pre-edited, pre-recorded, pre-thought out, because those are, I just go and record and just go off the cuff and spew out my thoughts, much like I did for Lower Decks, and then I post it. Sometimes it's a live stream, sometimes it's pre-recorded, but I don't do a whole lot of editing with those. I just kind of spew out my thoughts. A lot of times I'm doing it before I'm going to work in the morning, so I'm trying to hurry up and get it done. So I will be doing those. So there will be more videos this month in total because of the Picard reviews. But the really edited and put together videos, well thought out videos, there's only 2 of those. So the first of those will be dropping on February 10th, and that is my Star Trek preview video, where I will preview all 5 Star Trek shows that are currently on the air and give my thoughts for each of them. And the bulk of that video will be focused on Picard because I'm going to be dropping the video less than a week before Picard drops its first episode for season 3. So it will be a heavy focus on Picard, but I'm also going to touch on each of the other 4 Trek shows and what my thoughts are on the upcoming seasons for each of them. So that Star Trek preview will drop on February 10th. Then February 16th, I will begin my Picard review. So the 16th and the 23rd will be the 2 that drop in February for episodes 1 and episodes 2. And we'll see how much I continue with the weekly Picard reviews. I'm going to start them off. And if it's as bad as season 2, I will stop. But we'll at least start off that way. So those are coming. The other pre-recorded, pre-edited video will be my monthly transition video. Haven't decided on a topic yet, but it will drop on February 24th. My live stream, my live chat with Wine, let's tentatively say Saturday the 18th at 4 p.m. West Coast time, but that's subject to change. So keep an eye on the community tab on my channel, which I now apparently have access to. They used to say that I couldn't use that until I had 1,000 subscribers, but I guess I get to use it now. So you can keep an eye on the community tab. Also, keep an eye out for an announcement video, which I'll make in the week before or in the days before the video, but tentatively let's plan for February 18th. I may also at some point be doing an Enterprise live discussion with my brother Mark, and I don't know if that'll be on his channel or my channel, and I don't actually know if that'll be in February or March. I am about halfway finished season 4 of Enterprise in my rewatch, so once I've finished season 4, then he and I will have a discussion. I'm going to hold off on my Enterprise top 10s and top 20s until March. So that's the thing that I've done with the other 4 Star Trek shows, where I do a top 20 favorite episodes. For TOS, I only did 10 because there's fewer episodes. But then, and then I did a top 10 least favorite. Usually I do the least favorite first and then the top 20 favorite. So you're going to definitely have to wait for those until March. So I'll tell you about those more on my March calendar video. So there won't be any Enterprise happening, except for maybe I might do a discussion with Mark this month. So just keep an eye out for that on his channel and on my channel. Okay, so this probably has been especially long for a calendar video because I had to throw in my Velma review. Don't watch it. It is as bad as everyone says it is, and then some. All right, anyway, I will see you all in the month of February. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, for God's sakes, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.